company.
Tonight on Ctv3 News, a shift in the income tax threshold. Prime Minister John Briceño makes the announcement as he delivers a State of the Nation address. Unemployment rate is at 3% despite global trends reducing significantly. And the Belize livestock producers signs MOU with DFC. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Tuesday, September 17th, 2024.
Orangeroqueños and Corozaleños want to work in a professional and fun environment? Voice International is the place for you. Voice is hosting a job fair on Saturday, September 14th, 2024 at the Muffles College High School Auditorium located on San Andres Street, starting from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and we want you to attend. We will be making offers the same day. At our company, you will enjoy 100% work from home, a starting salary of $8 an hour plus monthly bonuses, and a $20 daily transportation allowance while training in office. We also provide a monthly internet subsidy and company co-paid health and life insurance. We are a great place to work and also enjoy a fun environment where we celebrate our people. Please join us at the career fair and apply online at www.voice.tel. If you have any questions, please contact the Human Resources Department at Voice. Come and join the Voice family today.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Feast FM 106.7, I am Ethan Rodriguez. Ahead of Belize's celebration of 43 years of independence, today Prime Minister John Briceño offered Belizeans a reconciliation of the nation's current state during an official flag-raising ceremony hosted in the nation's capital city of Belmopan. Amidst the presence of Her Excellency Rosana Briceño, Belize's special envoy, along with ministers of government, CEOs, and other dignitaries, Prime Minister Briceño declared our nation, quote, stronger, more hopeful, and more confident than at any time in its 43 years of independence. In only its fourth year, Prime Minister Briceño says his government has been able to increase the number of working Belizeans, effectively reducing unemployment rate to 3%, significantly reduce inflation despite global trends, efficiently fortify public finances curbed due to the public department.
And today, how bright does the jewel glitter after so short a time as 4 years? I am happy to report that the state of the nation is stronger, more hopeful, and more confident than at any time in our 43 years. And I will tell you why. Because Belizeans are working and Belizeans are winning. For the first time ever, 97 of every 100 Belizeans who want a job have found one. The SIB reports that the unemployment rate stood at 3% since April of this year. Never before have so many jobs been available, and never before has the minimum wage been so high. In fact, as employers can attest, the jobs boom in the BPO sector and in the tourism industry, as two examples, have brought about a skilled labor shortage. The tourism industry, for example, is one of those areas where, as one of the fastest growing sectors in the Caribbean and Latin America, we have made remarkable strides. In the first half of this year, overnight arrivals have surpassed pre-pandemic levels by 15% and increased by 26.5% compared to last year. This historic productivity spread across multiple economic sectors have seen our annual gross production grow by more than 34% since 2020.
And as the country experiences more robust economic growth and government continues to support small businesses, farmers, and even new homeowners, Prime Minister Briceño today announced tax adjustments for the benefit of the working class. Starting January 1st, all workers who earn less than $29,000 per year will be exempt from income tax.
To further support small business, small farmers, even new homeowners, government is making access to finance more affordable. And as we ring in the new year, government will pass legislation so that all mortgages, assignments, and cancellation of mortgages for less than $100,000 will be exempt from stamp duty. This exemption will surely assist lending institutions to compete for your business and bring down interest rates. To encourage private sector sponsorship and contribution to sports and educational development in Belize, a business tax credit equivalent of up to $30,000 or 1% of the tax liability, whichever is lesser, will be granted to a taxpayer donor for such donations. As much as we have worked to support small business, we also recognize the efforts of hard-working Belizeans and their contribution to Belize's economic renaissance, even in the face of the challenges of imported inflation. Effective January 1st, in support of employees, Cabinet has approved that all workers who earn less than $29,000 will be exempt from income tax. Sorry, but it does not include cabinet members. That's why Julius was not applauding. By increasing the income tax exemption threshold from $20,000 to $29,000, an additional 2,851 workers will no longer be subject to income tax. The income tax laws will also be adjusted to remove existing anomalies so that in no instance will an employed person take home less pay when his or her salary increases.
Continuing to foster a friendly investment climate in Belize, the government has enacted new legislation to accommodate and encourage uptake by micro, small, and medium enterprises.
Since November of 2020, the government of Belize has continuously transformed its investment program strategy to attract more foreign direct investment growth. The latest central bank reports state that total FDI inflows for 2023 stood at $320.2 million US dollars, and that for the first 2 quarters of 2024, FDI inflows already stood at $194 million US dollars, indicating that at the end of 2024, FDI inflows will surpass the 2023 totals by approximately 20%. Legislative amendments to the government of Belize's incentive programs, namely the Fiscal Incentives Program and the Designated Processing Areas Program, have been enacted. Both have been updated to expand the range of eligible sectors, accommodate and encourage uptake by micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs, and make them more forward-thinking and inclusive. For example, the global digital sector, the digital services sector, commonly referred to as the BPO sector, is now able to benefit with specific features enabling and encouraging investments in work-from-home arrangements and on-site daycare for single mothers. MSMEs are now better poised to benefit from simplified and user-friendly processes and features that encourage formalization. This sector is certainly a major priority for this government.
Looking at other priority areas which the government under the Briceño administration has been focusing on as part of Plan Belize, Prime Minister Briceño today in his State of the Nation address highlighted the strides the country has made in areas of education, where over 22,000 students are benefiting of some level of education grant from the government, or health with the rollout of the National Health Insurance and Land Ownership Program, which has seen over 20,000 Belizeans become first-time landowners in the past 4 years.
Today, we have approximately 100,000 students at all levels across the country, from preschool to tertiary government. Government is providing some form of financial assistance to over 25%. Appraise for yourself the more than 20,000 citizens who, for the first time, are proud landowners, beneficiaries of newly issued titles and leases, processing now a viable generational asset and marching towards their goal of home ownership. Ponder the hundreds of miles of upgraded roadways, feeder and farm roads, and village streets that have been realized by our aggressive push for better infrastructure. This year's total capital public investment will approach a historic $450 million. Never before has any Belizean government invested so much in our people and nation. And to what purpose are all these gains? The only gain that matters, a better life for the Belizean people. That our people are healthier, that our children are assured of a seat in the classroom gaining useful knowledge with ready access to digital resources, that we are a society of landowners and homeowners and a widening middle class, and that our farmers and visitors have safe and efficient access to every corner of the country. This is the kind of progress that ignites a virtuous circle of sustainable and equitable prosperity. The wealth to be shared is not just of income and industry, but of confidence and character. That is.
No nation is without challenges, however, and Belize, like others in the region, continues to contend with citizen security, which is oftentimes tested by crime and violence. This and other issues facing our country, according to the Prime Minister, are being tackled incessantly and within the confines of our laws.
The state of the nation is not without intractable problems. No state can be. Citizen security, for example, constantly tests our mettle, especially because the same constitution that guarantees your liberties can, at times, provide armor for disturbers of the peace. Our response to crime has been decisive, but always within the law. Greater investments have been made in personnel, in equipment, in technology, in training, and in regional collaboration. This year's budget for national security is a combined $180 million, 2.5% higher. 2.5% higher than 4 years ago, a percentage that will increase as we increase the number of police officers on our streets. The results show in fits and starts, but the arc of improvement during our tenure remains unbound. Among the communities of the nation, Belize pitches in the big leagues, not the big leagues of military might or consumptive wealth. I mean the big leagues in moral statecraft. Our long-standing border dispute with Guatemala, for example, has, at your direction, been referred to the ICJ for peaceful resolution. We have raised our voice in defense of Palestine and Ukraine for their right to self-determination and against the atrocities committed in the current war.
Almost 1 week ago, 2 of our very own military men joined a multinational security support mission in Haiti. They traveled to the sister Caribbean island, which has seen troubled emergence in recent times. Our Belizean soldiers joined 23 Jamaican soldiers, but this weekend, concerns emerged about the contingent's safety. The gang leader, who has self-proclaimed himself as the commander of the island, in an interview with international media, suggested that the CARICOM military contingent might face a security risk from the gangs who are not happy with their presence in their home. Earlier this week, the BDF Chief of Staff spoke to the media to address this matter and categorically assured Belizeans that our soldiers aren't at risk.
Right, so our 2 officers landed in Haiti approximately on the 12th of September, and they've been there, and I know there have been viral videos going around causing unnecessary alarm, but we just want to ensure that the public understands that the video is based on false information and it does not reflect the true situation on the ground.
But does this cause any concerns for us?
It causes an unnecessary alarm. Misinformation, it's a common tactic used especially in situations involving international missions, gangs, violence, etc. The false claims can undermine the critical work and the reason why we are there, and again, just produce unnecessary alarms across social media platforms across the country. But we do want to assure that the public understands that our officers are safe and they're there to conduct the mission that they went there for, which is to gather information and provide strategic and staff plans to the operators on the ground.
Is there anything that you can share that with us that they have sent back to you all?
Currently, they are still in their transition phase of gathering their information and meeting the necessary personnel to start creating the strategic plans to start moving out of the LSA. So that's about as far as we are currently.
And in terms of sending more people, is still no details on that yet?
There are no details forthcoming of that.
At this time, there is no indication if there are any plans to increase the number of Belizean soldiers in Haiti. Coming up next, the government continues to make great strides in areas of conservation and protection of the jewel's most valuable assets. Stay tuned.
I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers.
We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speed flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't let this blind. I can't let this blind.
It's a historic day for Dangriga, for the country of Belize. We have been waiting for 24 years to open this port.
Today, with the collaboration of the government of Belize, I am pleased to welcome you to this groundbreaking ceremony to mark the rejuvenation of the Port of Commerce Bight and the return of commerce through tourism in Dangriga. The reopening of this port under Southern Deep Port Development Limited will see significant employment, planned for over 100 employees during the 3-year construction period and over 60 full-time employees thereafter, impacting the well-being of the Dangriga and surrounding communities.
We brought some consultants from the Bahamas who has done this in several Caribbean islands, and they went all across the country, and when they came back they signaled Commerce Bight as being one of the areas with the greatest potential for packet cruises and nautical tourism.
Any developing country or developed country, for there to be long-term development, there has to be a good port. We're going to work with you, that we're going to ensure that this is a success, because your success is our success, it is Belize's success.
We're calling it a multi-purpose park because it will have a variety of services and amenities. So right to my left here will be a state-of-the-art parking lot. Immediately in front of that, in 2 acres, we will have a hotel and convention center. Then on this side here, it's going to be recreational areas. On the northeast side, we're going to have an amphitheater for musicians so that persons visiting could have high-quality entertainment with our well-known artists in Dangriga.
With this project, it gives the community an opportunity to work, to invest, to grow. More revenues for the town council. That means more streets, more drains, more parks, more playgrounds. The economy grows.
All of us have collaborated on making this a reality, and certainly this will have a huge impact in terms of employment, in terms of quality of life.
This evening, when we're looking at the park and the multi-purpose use of this park, this green area, and convert it to a park, again, it has to do with people, that they could bring people together.
In 4 days, Belizeans will celebrate Belize's growth and strength it has gained since obtaining its independence 43 years ago on September 21st. As part of the September celebration activities, the government of Belize will be hosting some 24 ambassadors from around the world for Diplomatic Week. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade, Education, Culture, Science and Technology Francis Fonseca made the announcement today.
We welcome our friends of Belize, the Diplomatic Corps who are here with us, some 24 ambassadors who have traveled to Belize to participate in this week's diplomatic week, a celebration of Belize leading up to the independence of Belize, which they are here to share with us. In 4 days, we will celebrate the 43rd anniversary of Belize's independence. As I said a few days ago, on September 10th, this 43rd anniversary of independence is not just a celebration of the past. It is a call to action for the future. Independence is not merely the absence of colonial rule. It is the presence of an engaged, informed, and active citizenry. Let us honor the sacrifices of those who came before us by building a Belize that is stronger, more just, and united.
Climate change and its negative effects on our planet have been the center of discussion at many international forums, where countries come together to seek real solutions for the never-ending problem. In the face of planetary destruction and surrounded by industrialized polluters of the world, Prime Minister Briceño announced today during his State of the Nation address that Belize continues to make great stride in areas of conservation and protecting our most valuable assets.
And in the face of planetary destruction wrought by the rich polluters of the industrialized world, Belize's moral score is matchless as a trailblazer for conservation and protection of man's most valuable assets, including our barrier reefs, atolls, and rainforests. To date, through the development of the Marine Spatial Plan, we have effectively protected 20% of our total ocean space and will increase that figure to 25% by the end of this year. By 2026, we have protected up to 30% of the total ocean space, well before the global target of 30 by 30.
In ending, the Prime Minister encouraged Belizeans to celebrate 43 years with confidence and pride as our country continues to improve its economic and international standing. Today, the Belize Livestock Producers Association and the Development Finance Corporation of Belize signed a Memorandum of Understanding. The partnership signifies a new chapter in the development and modernization of the livestock industry in Belize. It is no secret that the livestock industry has become one of the pillars of the Belizean economy under the Briceño administration, impacting the livelihoods of thousands of Belizeans, farmers, and livestock producers. Under the Memorandum of Understanding, financing and technical support will be provided to guide the industry to a more resilient and sustainable future. According to the CEO of the Belize Livestock Producers, William Usher, the Memorandum of Understanding is more than just an agreement, as it symbolizes a partnership built on shared values and common goals for the betterment of the livestock industry.
Of course, as this industry is one of the fast-growing industry within the economy, the need for expansion in relation to the demand that exists externally and internally within Belize, many of the farmers obviously will need to be able to have affordable access to finance. And this MOU, what this MOU is doing is allowing for this partnership to exist between DFC, which is a development financial institution that will be able to afford our membership accessibility to much needed finance to allow for the sustainable development of cattle farming. Once we know that, we will know where we want to go in the future in the next 5-10 years or so, and certainly finance is on top of that, and the green financing scheme that the DFC is working on and which we believe we will be able to access based on what we are doing, what is our goal and vision of the industry. This is an opportune and momentous occasion that we are having here today to allow for that to occur for the future.
With the industry facing mounting challenges due to climate change, the aim is to provide affordable and flexible financial solutions, including a climate-resilient cattle loan. Under the Memorandum of Understanding, the developing of the value chain is also on the list of priorities.
Once we know that, we will know where we want to go in the future in the next 5-10 years or so, and certainly finance is on top of that, and the green financing scheme that the DFC is working on, and which we believe we will be able to access based on what we are doing, what is our goal and vision of the industry. This is an opportune and momentous occasion that we are having here today to allow for that to occur for the future.
The Memorandum of Understanding, according to Chairman of DFC Henry Anderson, will also pave the way for an increase in exportation.
What we want to do is to grow the industry and to allow producers to expand the quality of the herds and get the industry to a point where they're exporting not only, on the hoof, but also value-added meat. That will take a while. Plus, given the challenges and threats the producers face because of climate change, right? Droughts, storms, and everything else. We are working to ensure that they have adaptation and mitigation measures to make their investments more resilient. So as I mentioned, the DFC has an environmental and social management system where every loan that we invest in, we look at those particulars. So we are working with the producers to adapt those things. In doing that as well, it improves their readiness for climate financing. So when the time comes where, let's say, there's a loan from the Green Climate Fund, as is in the case, or financing from the Green Climate Fund, as in the case, for example, in the north with the sugar industry, then, in the north, the associations, they have fair trade compliance, which means they meet the environmental and social standards required to access those funds. So we're going to work with the BLPA to get their producers up to that level as well.
Building a more robust and resilient agriculture sector also forms part of the Memorandum of Understanding's aim. And there is more news after the break, so stay tuned.
Pro SC is here on Saturday, September 28th. Pro SC invades the Bay City with Pro SC 13, Paris versus Rubio, inside the Corozal Civic Center in Corozal Town. The main event is the long-anticipated showdown between undefeated Pro FC Bantamweight champion Jalen Paris versus undefeated featherweight knockout king Javon Rubio. We also have 9 other exciting MMA fights, including 2 more championship fights and a special international female MMA fight. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and the event starts at 7:30 p.m. sharp. General admission tickets are only $25 and VIP tickets are $70 available at the Centaur Cable Network Corozal office. Early ticket booth the day of the event. Pro FC, Belize Premier MMA League. Pro FC 13, live exclusively on Channel 53 of Centaur and the Express Plus app. Pro FC
is brought to you by Smart, bringing people together, the Corozal Town Council, and Express Plus app, streaming entertainment.
My name is Stacey Badillo. This is my sister Gina Badillo, and we've been owners of this business for the past 19 years. It is called Purple Passion Studio and Spa, and we're located in Kikaker, Belize. I've been part of the credit union for 12 years, and Gina
for 19 years.
Professionally, it's allowed us for our business to grow, and our careers has grown as well.
We have had great customer service at Credit Union.
They're exceptional.
Yes.
For this small island, it's very important, but for our small business, it's even more important. It has changed our lives, the lives of our children, of our families.
I highly recommend St. Francis Credit Union to my children, to my family, to my clients, to everyone that is around me that it's always a number one.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speed flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
No, I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
The Belize Agricultural Health Authority has ramped up surveillance efforts to prevent the entry of the New World Screwworm, following confirmed cases in neighboring Honduras. Honduras reported the detection of the parasite in cattle and horses in El Triunfo, Coluteca, on September 13th. The infested animals were intercepted at a movement control point while being transported illegally. The New World Screwworm is a parasitic fly that affects all mammals, including humans. The parasite lays its eggs in open wounds and larvae feed on the flesh of the host, posing a serious threat to livestock and potentially public health. Baja warned that Belize's proximity to affected areas increases the risk of the screwworm spreading into the country. Authorities urge farmers and animal transporters to monitor their livestock for lesions or signs of infestation and to take immediate preventative measures. The New World Screwworm has been a recurrent issue in Central America, with outbreaks potentially causing significant losses to livestock industries. The government of Belize, through the Ministry of Sustainable Development and Climate Change, has significantly bolstered fire safety and hurricane resilience in western Belize. Over $320,000 worth of firefighting equipment has been officially handed over to the communities of Billy White, Santa Familia, Duck Run 1 and 3, and Los Tambos. Additionally, $300,000 has been invested in retrofitting the Los Tambos Primary School to meet hurricane shelter standards. These donations are part of the Building Climate Change Resilience and Social Integration of Displaced People in Settlements of Western Belize project. Launched in February 2022, this initiative is a collaborative effort between the Government of Belize and the International Organization for Migration, with funding provided by the European Union through a $4,600,000 Belize grant. The project aims to enhance resilience across 5 Western Belize communities: Santa Familia, Billy White, Los Tambos, Duck Run 1, and Duck Run 3. Key components of the project include the construction of hurricane shelters and community centers, a polyclinic, upgrades to water system in 3 communities, and the installation of culverts and drainage in 2 communities. Additionally, the project provides a water bowser, firefighting equipment, and training in firefighting, shelter management, and first aid to community workers. Recent handovers included chainsaws, axes, and fire-resistant gear such as pants, gloves, boots, helmets, vests, goggles, headlights, and radios, aimed at enhancing the community's ability to combat wildfire and improve safety. Given the unprecedented and severe fires experienced this year, these provisions are crucial for improving the community's capacity to respond effectively. The project will see the completion of a polyclinic and hurricane shelter/community service in Duck Run 1, expected to serve over 5,000 residents, with both facilities anticipated to be completed in the last quarter of 2024. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Wednesday, September 18th, here on Ctv3 News and Feast FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.